Hey, welcome back to the channel. This is Chris with Flores Media. Today I want to show you guys how I use my Sony ZV1 to live stream or for Zoom calls, and how I use it on my Mac even though I'm using Big Sur, alright? So recently Sony put out the new update, and unfortunately it doesn't work on Big Sur. I'm hoping that pretty soon they get to fix that. But for right now, there's going to be a couple things that I highly recommend that you get done so that you get the absolute best out of your ZV1 for your Zoom or Skype or any kind of live streaming that you want to do. So let me hop in, show you guys some of the things that I recommend, and we'll get it set up, all right? In terms of the camera, some of the things that I recommend that you guys get, I highly recommend you guys get the Ulanzi wide angle lens, just so that the camera isn't so in your face. It'll do wonders. It'll look a lot better. It'll make the background behind you look a lot bigger. Obviously, you want to upgrade your mic. Since I'm doing everything through HDMI, I have the ability to carry sound. I don't have to worry about you plugging in a different mic into the computer. It just comes straight out of the camera and it's in sync. So I highly recommend this mic. It is the Boya BY-MM1, half the price of the road. Just sounds just as awesome, okay? And finally, I recommend you get a little portable light. I've got that Ulanzi light mounted onto a small rig ball head. And also, just to give me a little bit of more height, I've got everything, all those accessories on top of the U-rig, or it's also by Ulanzi, top handle. So it gives me a little bit more height. So I've got the lens, I've got the mic, I've got the light with the ball head all set up. And I just got a simple desktop like mic stand, so you don't need anything fancy. But I recommend this one just because it is heavy duty, and I've got that swivel arm too. Not as good as the ball head, but it is really cheap, and for our setup it works just fine. Okay, so next thing you're gonna need, micro HDMI to HDMI cable. I've got this squiggly one just so that I don't have a bunch of things coming out or a bunch of long cable hanging out. Next, obviously you're gonna need a capture card. I got this one from Amazon for 20 bucks. Carries video, carries audio. I have it running all day long for about 6 hours straight. Doesn't overheat, does not stop working. It's just plug and play, and it comes with this adapter to extend. So I highly recommend this. Best 19 bucks I ever spent, okay? So let me plug it all in, and then I'll show you how to get it all set up so you get the absolute best looking footage for your Zoom calls. One more thing. Get you a, a mount, so that you can fix the angle of your computer. That way your camera of the computer is as close to the height of the lens, okay? So this is very affordable. I'll leave it in the description. I like it. It works for my MacBook Air just fine. Now let's all plug it in and get it all set up. So I've got it all plugged in. I got the HDMI plugged in straight into the computer. There's nothing else you gotta do. It just works. Just in the camera settings, set the camera however you like it. Let me turn on the light right here so you guys can see me a little bit better. There we go. Should be looking a lot better. So set the mic, set the camera, however you need it to work. And then a couple things you're gonna need to do. Go to the menu. In the settings, we're gonna go down to HDMI settings. Actually, I'm gonna go to 4K output first. And I'm gonna put just HDMI only 24. I don't want to put memory card plus HDMI, because when I do that, it deactivates face detection because I have an HDMI cable plugged in. But if I do HDMI only, it'll keep the face detection, which that's what I want the camera to do. You can set it to 30. I just keep it at 24 just because less frames and it's less likely to drop out or lag out, especially when you got slower internet, okay? Last thing you're gonna do, go to HDMI settings and make sure that your settings look like that. Your settings will be grayed out because you got HDMI only. So as long as you're good there, you're good to start streaming, all right? So now let me show you on the computer side what you gotta do. And you can see that I'm there on the screen and it's looking really good, like really, really good. But in case it doesn't come up, you'll just need to go to your Zoom preferences, go to audio, and then you'll see right here that mine says USB digital audio. That is because the HDMI capture card carries audio as well. And then you go to your video, make sure that you're on USB video. Right there, USB video. And now you got your video and audio all coming in on one feed. If your internet can handle it, go ahead and select HD. Everything else I don't touch. I don't do any touch up. I don't do any adjustments on the light because I'm controlling that in the studio. And it's that simple. That's how good you can get your footage to look just by setting it up, okay? If you guys want to see a video on how I actually set up the camera for Zoom, please let me know in the comment section. I will more than gladly share that with you guys, all right? Hopefully you found that useful. As you can see, it's really easy, very affordable as well to get some really good image for either your live stream or for Zoom. You could even use this exact same setup for Facebook Live as well. I could show you guys in a different video if you guys want to see that. Just drop it in the comment section. I'll do that video. Next video, I'll go ahead and share my new updated color science, or the new updated, not the color science, I'm not a genius. The new updated color settings that I use on my cameras, whether I'm live streaming at church using a more professional setup, or I'm doing Zoom calls in the office here. I use the exact same color profile, and I'll share that with you guys really soon, okay? If you guys want to see my actual camera settings, how I set up the camera for Zoom as well, please let me know in the comment section. I'll work on that. And if you want to use a different Sony camera, or actually any camera, it's literally the exact same way. If I want to use my A6400 with my Sigma lens, I would just do the exact same thing. Put it on the stand, make sure I got lighting, make sure I got audio, use the same capture card with the HDMI, and I'm good to go, all right? So get you a little light. I got 2 recommendations in the description. My favorite for this setup for the Zoom, it is the Ulanzi light, because it lasts a little bit longer in terms of battery, and I feel like it's a little bit softer because you could adjust it a little bit better, but more versatility out of the Ancestor C2. So you guys have your pick. The audio, get the best audio with that Boya, very affordable. If you want to step up your game, you definitely can use the Rode Wireless Go or any kind of shotgun professional mic that you have. But just those 2 things. And also as an extra, you don't have to, but I recommend it just because we all know the Sony is a little bit tight when it comes to the 24 and the wide end. If you get the Ulanzi wide angle lens, you'll just fit a little bit better in frame. You'll get a little bit more of the background, so it'll look a lot better on the camera as well, okay? So hope you enjoyed that video. Hopefully it was useful. And if you can't update to firmware 2 like me, don't be bummed out. There's still ways to get around it. And this is an update to my first video that I posted. The first time I did a ZV1 into the Mac, it was a lot more complicated with software and all that. But this time, just get you a $19 capture card. You're good to go, all right? Thanks for watching. I'll catch you in the next one.